How to learn things faster? Well, there are two ways to learn things faster. The first of which is in a short term, and the other one is in the long term. So you can program your mind. You can use some techniques to learn it faster now, or you can just organize also and train your brain to learn it faster, but you have results in the long term. When I'm talking about long term, it has to do with life basic habits. For instance, having a good food or a better food, drink lots of water, and give to your brain all the nutrients that it needs. So, of course, for that you have to talk to your nutritionist or doctor because every person is different. But we need lots of nutrients to the brain, minerals uh, that can stimulate it, its functioning, of course. Well, so that's the thing. Um, you should exercise your memory in a daily basis. And if you exercise your memory in a daily basis, in a long term, you have a better memory as well. So that's why you have to consider results in a short period and you have to consider results in the long term as well. For the short period, of course, if you need to learn something, for example, whatever it is for an exam, or if you have to be presenting a lecture, for example, and you're supposed to memorize some things, well, of course, these short term techniques are more like linked to, let's say, rehearsing rehearsing that thing that you have to learn. Let's call it like this. So, for example, one of the things that helps a lot is repetition. Just repeat and repeat and repeat over and over again, and then you can have better results. Or do exercise as well. You can link. Um, in psychology, it's called anchor. You can anchor that images. For example, if you're learning about history and you have to memorize, for example, names and dates and situations, you can watch a film or you can see some images related to that situation. And if you don't have any available material about that thing that you have to memorize, then you can just imagine. Try to give images to your thoughts, like forms, shapes, colors, tastes, smell. Give it a shape, and it helps a lot as well. And once you have given it a form, like format it, you can just visualize it, and you can visualize it over and over. So it's called anchor. Well, one of the things that is also good to improve your memory is if you take notes, especially if you do it with your hands, like in a notebook, because by taking notes, you have you know you structure your brain in such a way, that when you find that, when you search that information, when you go to your memory in order to find that information will be like mapped in your brain in an easier way. So of course, when you take notes with your hands, you are also linking that, you're putting a map to your memory in order to it to be able to search that info and bring it back to your mind. And the last thing that I think, well, last but not least, that I think it's really very important in order to keep something, to to stretch your memory, is teach it to others. Teaching is very, very important. And teaching is not doesn't it doesn't mean going to the school and being a teacher and being paid in the end of the month. No, it doesn't mean that. It means spread it out there. Teach it to someone, share it with someone, speak to someone. If you have an information that you have to keep, try to share with someone who doesn't have that information so far, and make sure that that person will understand it. as far as you go teaching someone something that you have to keep, that thing is coming stronger to your mind for sure. It works very, very effectively. So that's it. Teach it to others, and then finally teach it to yourself.